I'm traveling all over the country. I'm going to all 50 states. I'm hitchhiking to all 50, and I've been on the road for a little over 9 months. I started July 1st of 2010, and I go to every single state asking people what their American dream is. What is going to bring us into the future? What is going to make us aware of the present? What is it that we value?
And what have you found so far in your 30 states you visited?
So far I've found that there's a lot of disenfranchisement. Christianity has been a big theme that I've come across. People that don't necessarily put hope in the system, but look for something greater. Sometimes that's religious. Most of the time it's more spiritual, less religious. And it really seems that some big themes in terms of systems have come across. People are more relational, or they want to be more relational, more empathetic, more creative, decentralized. People want to be unified. It seems like they don't quite know how to do it. So that's what I want to find out. How do we unify ourselves? How do we be the United States? All of the problems that we have in America can be essentially reduced to the sense of enslavement. Everybody wants a happy, healthy family, but the system that is there to allow people to have that happy, healthy family also creates a lot of debt. And it creates a compliance or a dependence on something that is beyond self-capability. So when people really want to be self-sufficient, they don't know how to. It's so easy to say that this is the best it can be. This is the we don't have control, and it's because we depend on that system, that how do you break free? That's the question that a lot of people have right now. What I've found is that a lot of people are really desiring intentional communities, and it's not something that I witness all the time, but the desire is there. People are talking about wanting to be more in community. I mean, it goes across the board. Whether it's Christians, whether it's spiritualists, whether it's naturalists, whether it's atheists. There's a common thread among all of those, and it's that people want to get along. They don't want to have the anxiety that comes from financial troubles and the fighting and bickering either in their own microcosm of the universe or on a bigger scale with war. It's just one of those things where people want peace, but they don't know how to achieve it necessarily. The new American Revolution is not violent. It's one of individualism, but not selfishness. It is about relationship, and it's about empathy, and with that comes nonviolence. It has to be a raising up of the head and the heart. I would say it's more of just a responsibility that once someone is educated and they understand this is the way that we can live better, for the future, for the future of humanity. That if we do this, humanity will last longer. I think when we start thinking that way, we realize, yeah, I kind of need to get on board. I don't know, a lot of people are sick and fed up and they don't necessarily know what to do, but there are answers that are emerging, and I don't think it's one solution that is going to unite everyone. I think it's a vast array of solutions that are all going to pop up at the same time, and that's what I'm seeing is happening throughout the country. So far what I've found is that there is a lot of kindness in America. There are so many people that want to help their neighbors. They just don't see the opportunities necessarily to be able to do that, or it's so easy to get stuck in a way of thinking, where everybody is just kind of looking out for themselves. And when I started out, I didn't know what was going to happen. I've found work along the way wherever I can. It hasn't been a lot of work. It hasn't even been enough to sustain me, I would even say. But I've found a lot of people who just wanted to help me out. I don't want to expect that. I don't want to depend on that. But it's just been really incredible the desire that people have to just help out their fellow man. I work wherever I can. I volunteer wherever I can. I have conversations with people wherever I can. If I can help someone, I do it. My goal is to always find a purpose for my life in that moment. And if everybody starts thinking in a way of how they can serve other people around them, I think that's part of that revolution that we're talking about. And that's what I've witnessed along the way. I've been the recipient of a lot of service and value, and I try to share it the same everywhere I go. Mm-hmm. And everything just kind of works out. So that's resource. I would love if everybody in the world felt comfortable hitchhiking. If everybody had that kind of trust, where everybody, could just see somebody on the side of the road and say, hey, that guy is trying to get somewhere, let's help him out. And they didn't even have to think about, the possibility of violence or, getting stolen from. I would just absolutely love that. I don't think there's nearly enough people that trust hitchhiking, but you'd be surprised how many people pick me up. Maybe it's a good thing for people to hit the road and interact with these people and really help them to realize that we might not know each other, we might have never met, but that doesn't mean we're strangers. Everyone I meet, I don't feel like a stranger. I can meet someone within a minute or 5 minutes, and I can connect with them on the most basic level. And I think that's actually what has helped me to stay out of danger in a lot of ways. So just kind of honing in on what makes us human and being able to connect with a person. That's what relationship is about. Finding that common ground. The greatest benefit to this entire project is that I have no anxiety. I love each day. I love each place. I just posted something on Facebook yesterday saying, every place I travel to is my favorite place. And, everything is new. Every day is new. And how can you not appreciate that?
But what is your version of the American dream?
My American dream is to be relevant. I think that crosses so many borders, so many issues. It's so dynamic. If you can be relevant, then you have purpose. And I see it, on the micro scale. I see it on the macro scale. In the moment, I can be purposeful and I can be relevant to that situation, to those people that I'm interacting with. I can also be relevant thinking in terms of structures and systems and the way people interact and the future. If you're not relevant, what are you? So that's where I find my purpose, and I really think that is what the American dream should always be if you want it to have longevity, is to be relevant. And that's my dream.